Imagine this. You're at a coffee shop, a networking event, or even a casual gathering. Across the room, there's someone who catches your eye. You muster up the courage to approach, but as soon as you say hello, your mind goes blank. What do I say next? How do I keep this from becoming awkward? Let's face it, great conversations don't just happen by accident. They're a skill, and like any skill, they can be learned and mastered. Today, I'll show you how to turn those nerve-wracking moments into opportunities for genuine connection. By the end of this video, you'll have a foolproof system to confidently approach, engage, and leave a lasting impression on any woman you meet. This isn't about playing games or using cheesy lines. It's about understanding human nature and crafting meaningful conversations that resonate. Step 1. Redefine how you see conversations. Most people approach conversations like they're a performance. They think they need to impress the other person with witty remarks, cool stories, or grand achievements. Here's the hard truth. That mindset is what makes you nervous and awkward. The first thing you need to do is redefine what a conversation is. It's not a performance, it's an exchange. Instead of asking yourself, how can I impress her? Ask, how can I discover something interesting about her? When you shift your focus from impressing to understanding, the pressure lifts. Suddenly, you're no longer worried about saying the perfect thing. Instead, you're genuinely curious. And here's the secret. People love talking about themselves. The more you create space for her to share her thoughts, the more she'll feel a connection with you. But here's the twist. This isn't about putting her on a pedestal. It's about realizing that she's just a person, not an unattainable goddess, not someone who's out of your league, just a human being with her own quirks, flaws, and interests. Visualize this. Imagine sitting next to a high-ranking CEO versus sitting next to a friend you've known for years. In one scenario, you're stiff and cautious, worried about making a mistake. In the other, you're relaxed and natural. The goal is to bring the latter energy into every conversation. When you treat everyone as an equal, your confidence becomes magnetic. Step 2. Build your conversation map. Here's where preparation meets execution. Think of a conversation map as a flowchart. It's not about memorizing a script. It's about preparing for the most likely scenarios so you're never caught off guard. Let's break it down. The first question. Start simple. Hi, what's your name, or what brings you here? This sets the stage and opens the door for engagement. Plan for 3 types of responses. 1. Positive, engaged. Her, hi, I'm Sarah. I work in marketing. You, marketing, that's interesting. What's the most exciting part of your job? 2. Neutral, disinterested. Oh, I'm just here with a friend. Got it. What's your favorite part of events like this? 3. Unexpected, challenging. Her, why do you want to know? You, honestly, I'm just trying to meet interesting people. You seemed like someone worth talking to. The key is flexibility. When you've mapped out responses to different scenarios, you're prepared for anything. And confidence comes from preparation. At any point, if the conversation feels stuck, use a curiosity pivot. Shift the focus to an open-ended topic like hobbies, favorite places, or shared experiences. Example, if you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go? This keeps things dynamic and engaging. Step 3, the 50-30-20 rule with a twist. Conversations are about balance. The 50-30-20 rule ensures you're neither dominating the conversation nor fading into the background. Here's how it works. 150% about her. Ask about her interests, dreams, or opinions. Example, what's one thing you're really passionate about right now? 2. 30% about external topics. Discuss the environment or shared experiences. Example, this venue is amazing. Have you been here before? 3. 20% about you. When talking about yourself, avoid bragging. Instead, share relatable stories with a hint of humor. Example, I tried learning to cook last month. Let's just say my fire alarm wasn't happy. Light teasing can add a playful vibe to your conversation. Example, if she says she loves hiking, you might respond with, so you're one of those adventurous types who drag me up a mountain at 6 a.m.? It's fun, light, and shows confidence. Step 4. Mastering body language for effortless confidence. Words only make up part of communication. Your body language is the silent, yet powerful tool that speaks volumes. If your words say one thing, but your posture says another, people will believe your body over your words. Let's debunk a common myth. Perfect posture doesn't mean standing stiff like a soldier. Confidence is about looking comfortable and in control. Here's how to master it. 1. The lean back technique. One mistake many people make is leaning forward too much while talking. It subconsciously communicates eagerness or even desperation. Instead, lean slightly back, creating a sense of ease and confidence. This signals that you're comfortable in your skin and not overly invested in the outcome. 2. Hands and gestures. Forget about keeping your hands glued to your sides or obsessing over where to place them. If you want to put your hands in your pockets or gesture naturally, do it. The key is to let your movements feel relaxed, not forced. When you fidget or make overly calculated gestures, it signals anxiety. 3. Eye contact with a twist. Maintain strong eye contact, but here's a secret. Every so often, glance away as if something in the environment briefly caught your attention. This shows that while you're engaged, you're not overly fixated, adding a subtle layer of intrigue. People unconsciously like those who resemble them in mannerisms or energy. If she's animated and using her hands, subtly reflect that by increasing your own energy. If she's calm and reserved, dial it down to match her vibe. This creates an unspoken sense of connection. Step 5. Handling the unexpected. Conversations don't always go as planned. Someone might challenge you, respond sarcastically, or even test your confidence. The way you handle these moments can define the interaction. Common scenarios and how to respond. 1. The playful jab. Her, wow, you're asking a lot of questions. Are you writing a book? You maybe. But don't worry, you're going to get full editorial rights. Why it works. It keeps the mood light while demonstrating quick wit. 2. The defensive response. Her, why do you care? You, fair question. Honestly, I'm just curious. You seem interesting and I figured I'd take my chances. Why it works. It addresses her concern directly while reaffirming your confidence. 3. The unexpected curveball. Her, none of your business. You, fair enough, but I have to admit, I wasn't expecting that. Do you say that to everyone or just the lucky few? Why it works. Humor disarms tension and your response keeps the conversation playful. If she throws you a curveball and you don't know what to say immediately, don't panic. Silence can be powerful. Smile, take a sip of your drink, or casually look away before responding. It shows composure and prevents you from blurting out something awkward. Step 6. The art of mystery. Mystery is magnetic. People are naturally drawn to what they can't fully figure out, so don't reveal everything about yourself too soon. Here's how to weave mystery into your conversations. 1. Give just enough. Her, what do you do for work? You, I work in a field that's both challenging and fun. I'll tell you more if you promise not to fall asleep. Why it works. It sparks curiosity without coming off as evasive. 2. Redirect questions creatively. Her, have you ever been in a relationship? You, I've had my fair share of adventures, some amazing, some crazy. But let's save the deep stuff for the second round of drinks. Why it works. It keeps the tone light while leaving her wanting to know more. 3. Control the flow. Avoid answering every question immediately or with too much detail. For example, if she asks, "What's your biggest passion?" instead of giving a full breakdown, say something like, "That's a tough one. I'd say it's a tie between something creative and something adventurous. How about you?" Mystery doesn't mean being aloof or distant. Balance it out by occasionally throwing in an unexpected compliment. For example, "You've got a great way of explaining things. Makes me think you'd crush it as a storyteller." This adds warmth and intrigue, keeping the conversation dynamic. In the final part of this guide, we'll explore how to leave a lasting impression, transition naturally to deeper topics, and ensure she remembers you long after the conversation ends. Stay tuned, you're about to unlock the final keys to mastering this art. Step 7. Transitioning to deeper topics. Once you've broken the ice and established a comfortable rhythm, it's time to take the conversation to a more meaningful level. This is where real connection happens. How to seamlessly transition. 1. Use observations as a bridge. Pay attention to what she shares or what's happening around you, and use it to pivot to a deeper topic. Example, you mentioned earlier that you love photography. What got you into that? Why it works. It shows that you're actively listening and genuinely interested in her experiences. 2. Ask open-ended questions. Instead of asking questions that can be answered with a simple yes or no, ask questions that invite storytelling. Example, What's one thing you've done that you're really proud of? Why it works. It encourages her to share a piece of her identity, creating an opportunity for emotional connection. 3. Share a personal anecdote. If she shares something meaningful, reciprocate with a story of your own that ties into the topic. Example, if she talks about her love for travel, you might say, "That's amazing. I remember this one time in Italy where I got completely lost but ended up discovering the best little cafe." What's your favorite travel memory? Why it works. Vulnerability invites vulnerability, creating a sense of mutual understanding. People remember how you make them feel. When discussing deeper topics, try to evoke positive emotions, laughter, curiosity, or even nostalgia. For instance, if she shares a childhood dream, you might respond with, "That's such a cool dream. Little you sounds like someone who'd be best friends with little me." This approach combines relatability with warmth. Step 8. Ending the conversation with impact. All good things must come to an end, but how you wrap up a conversation can determine how she remembers you. Key techniques for a memorable goodbye. 1. Express genuine appreciation. Let her know you enjoyed talking to her. Example, "I really enjoyed this conversation. It's rare to meet someone with such interesting perspectives." Why it works. People love feeling valued, and this leaves a positive impression. 2. Plant a seed for future interaction. If you're interested in seeing her again, create an opportunity for it naturally. Example, "You mentioned you're into art exhibits. There's one next week I think you'd love. Let me know if you want the details." Why it works. It's casual, low pressure, and creates a reason to stay in touch. 3. Leave on a high note. End the conversation with humor or a lighthearted comment. Example, "All right, I'll let you go mingle before I take up all your time. But fair warning, I might steal you for another conversation later." Why it works. It keeps the tone playful and leaves her smiling. Before saying goodbye, reference something specific from your conversation to show you were paying attention. Example, "By the way, good luck with that big project you mentioned. I'm sure you'll crush it." This not only demonstrates attentiveness, but also reinforces the connection. Step 9. The follow-up formula. If the conversation went well and you want to stay connected, following up is essential. But there's a right way to do it. How to follow up without coming on too strong. 1. Personalize your message. Reference something specific from your conversation to make it clear that this isn't a generic message. Example, "Hey, it was great meeting you last night. I checked out that photography book you mentioned. It's incredible. Let me know if you have other recommendations." 2. Keep it low pressure. Don't make it seem like you're expecting something in return. Instead, focus on continuing the connection. Example, "You mentioned you love live music. There's a band playing downtown next weekend that sounds like your vibe. Thought you'd want to know." 3. Be consistent but not overbearing. If she responds positively, continue the conversation naturally. If she doesn't, give her space and don't take it personally. Your follow-up is your second chance to solidify the positive impression you made during the conversation. Keep it light, genuine, and true to the tone you established earlier. At its core, mastering the art of conversation isn't about getting phone numbers or impressing people. It's about creating moments of genuine connection that make both parties feel seen, heard, and valued. In a world where superficial interactions are the norm, the ability to have meaningful conversations is a superpower. It sets you apart, builds trust, and opens doors to relationships that are authentic and lasting. So, the next time you find yourself wondering what to say, remember, it's not about having all the right answers. It's about showing up with curiosity, confidence, and a willingness to connect. And when you do, the possibilities are endless. Congratulations, you've just unlocked the secrets to mastering conversations with women. Now go out there, start talking, and let me know how it goes.